Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Meet Us in the Lounge. As you can probably see, we are missing another member. An integral member is not here. And this episode, we will talk about gambling. No, poker. But disclaimer, we actually do not really know how to play poker. We're not experts. In fact, the person who's best at poker is not here. So no Randy, no expert at poker. But we will still try and talk about it. And
Oh, wait,
yeah,
what do you mean? I thought I was the best at poker.
okay. We have Jorge instead. We don't need Randy. Randy can
I mean,
stay sick.
the best out of the group, which isn't saying much, but
Okay, our
arguably.
disclaimer stays. We will maintain the disclaimer. We still don't really know much about poker. So, do you guys think betting is a necessary part of poker? Not betting chips necessarily, but chips that are worth money. Betting money integral to the fun of poker.
I I think yeah. I think when you play poker, it has to be tied to real money. And I'll give you a pretty good example. So, like you said, everyone starts out with a set number of chips, right? And so if there wasn't any sort of like monetary value associated to those chips, then your whole betting strategy can just like be thrown out the window, you know? Because if I have 5,000 chips, there's nothing stopping me from going all in at once. You
Yeah.
know, I could just be so just over the like I think last weekend it was, so we all linked up and we all played poker and Randy was there. And so this very incident happened. We were all playing poker online and we were on Zoom. And so Randy, he was supposed to raise. He wanted to raise, but instead he accidentally hit the all in. And so he was like, whoops, right? And so at that point, everyone was like, wait, is this a strat or what? Like we were all really confused. And so everyone just folded immediately
Dang it.
because no one wanted to risk that much. So
I think he was bluffing.
yeah, to this day, we don't know his hand. So
He doesn't like to show his hand, that's true.
like,
No, yeah, go on, Sai.
I think what Jorge was mentioning when he said maybe Randy was bluffing, like we don't know if Randy made an honest mistake of going all in, or maybe he went all in and then he said whoops intentionally to throw us off.
It seems like something Randy would do, though. So I think maybe he just had a really bad hand or something.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like someone at one point actually made the mistake, but then everyone started doing that.
Mistake
So
becomes a real strat.
questionable. Yeah.
Have you guys ever played? Wow, I don't know if I'm saying this right since I'm used to saying it in Chinese, but it's like spelled. It's like in English, it's spelled something like mahjong.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think it's.
I have not.
I don't know the rules too well, but it's also a game where people like commonly bet real money. I I don't know how many players usually, but maybe four when I play with my family because we have five people, but I think the max is four. But anyways, you're supposed to like bet money as well in that game, and we don't bet money to play the game, and so I feel like not everyone takes it as seriously. Like people will quit mid game because they get bored, and we're like, why? But of
Yeah,
course,
I
if you
think
had money on the line, you wouldn't do that. So
it definitely depends. I feel like our group, or me and Sai like to bet, I guess, and another friend of ours more
Yeah,
so. Small amounts of money, you know.
yeah. Like
uh,
I'm, I would say I'm a little risk adverse when it comes to betting, but in the heat of the moment, like I'm an adrenaline junkie, and so if I'm actually playing, then I'm more likely to keep going. I'm more likely to keep betting. So for me, it's more about like preventing myself from getting in that situation in the first place.
hmm,
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm quite conservative with my money at first, but
I'm so scared since I don't
yeah,
actually know how to play poker. I'm kind of scared to play against you guys because I know I'm just gonna lose my money
hey,
unless I get lucky. But you can't rely on luck all the time.
I mean, beginner's luck. You never know.
yeah.
Speaking of
Just
that friend, oh yeah,
do
go
the
ahead.
whoops strategy.
Whoops, I went all in again. Whoops. Oh no, I don't know what's making me click this all in button. Speaking of this friend, I guess we may or may not invite him as a guest some episode in the future.
Why not?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he
Yeah, why
can.
not?
I said, yeah, why not? Maybe we can have him share his own tricks.
Or maybe he's replacing Randy if Randy never recovers.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed does not happen, but hope for the boy Randy.
Yep. Randy made a good amount of money that time. The incident I was talking about when we all played last week. Randy made a decent amount of money, so he's pretty loaded right now. Yeah,
Maybe he left us with that money. He just took off,
maybe.
Oh, maybe he's
That's
spending
why he's
his.
not here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we haven't
his
seen him
quills.
since.
That's true.
That's true. But I haven't seen anyone since, to be honest. Recently, I've been a little busy. Unfortunately, been a little busy. Started a part-time job at a restaurant. My parents were not too happy about that.
They're not happy about you starting a
Yeah.
job.
Wait, why not?
Well, because it's not really useful for my future job as much. Of course, there's customer service involved, but I sometimes work at their place a little bit as like a front desk person, and that like I guess that's customer service. But yeah, they just think I could better use my time. And I agree. I agree. Could better use my time, and it doesn't really pay that much. So I guess I can see. No, I definitely see what they're saying. Like invest in your future more, because it's not like I'm in need of cash at the moment because I have my parents, luckily. But
That's reasonable.
Yeah. I like how you put that. Don't sell yourself short and invest in your future. So
yeah,
yeah,
if you can, go farther. If you can.
exactly. I mean, this could also just be something to occupy your time temporarily, until
That's true.
like because you're probably still on the hunt, right?
Yeah.
Jobs.
Yeah.
Internships.
Yeah, I'm still looking for internships. I'll have an interview tomorrow morning, and we'll see how it goes.
Is it a Zoom interview?
Not even Zoom. He just said over phone. I was a little surprised. I was like, "Don't you want to see my face or anything?" He was like, "No, it's just over phone." So maybe this is the screening interview. I forgot.
I don't think I've ever had a Zoom interview.
Really?
Really?
Have you, Daniel?
Well, I have, but that was when like Corona started like popping up as a problem. Because like, I think you did all of your interview stuff like beforehand, right?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit late. So it was during that time that I was looking for internships.
I guess did everyone just jump on the Zoom board at that point? Because I've always just used other mediums, even for like video interviews as well. I don't know.
I think that's the case. I don't actually know why everyone started doing Zoom. I thought it was a fad, but it's not really a fad, even though we've found like Zoom is not exactly the best software to use. But for some reason, it's here to stay. So
I don't even know about that too much. It's kind of just rumors that we hear. Who knows? I feel like any software is going to have its problems anyway.
Yeah.
I actually still don't even know how to set up a Zoom call. I've never actually initiated a Zoom call. I've only joined.
Okay. Hey, it's easier on your part though.
I know. Thank you guys. I'm not tech savvy at all, despite my major.
Yeah, I only had one Zoom interview, and that was during, I think, May, and it was because it was for a club. It wasn't a job or anything.
Ooh.
And so clubs are more student-driven, right? So that's why students are more likely to just rely on Zoom as opposed to any other method. And
definitely,
as you can imagine, I wore a button-down shirt and a tie
on the top.
No pants.
Yeah.
I guess that's gonna be the norm now.
Yeah, I think for club meetings and whatnot, Zoom is very common. But yeah.
Well,
at least I've had that too.
Yeah. Well, despite Corona being so bad, there are some interesting developments as a result. things are going to be very strange going forward. Hopefully, more strange than just straight up bad. Though. We'll see.
Daniel, do you want
It's
us?
strange.
Daniel, do you want us to help you prepare for the interview tomorrow?
Sure.
Here's okay.
I really wonder what he'll ask me.
Ooh, I've got a good one from experience. I've been asked this.
Is this a technical question or a personality question, Jorge?
Personality.
Oh, okay,
But I guess
okay.
technicalities can come into play.
Uh-oh.
You
Okay,
go
I'll
first.
give it a go.
All right. Like how did it go exactly?
Daniel, this is going to be uncut, so you're
Right.
about to be
Oh.
edited better.
All right. Why should we choose you over the other applicants?
No. Why?
Yeah, I had that question asked like at one interview before. I had no idea what to say. But go on, Daniel.
Okay, well. Well, the thing is, like, this position is not something I went to college for, so I can't say I'm like the most qualified because, like, why? I don't even know if they offer like college majors for this.
Wait,
But I
what
guess
is it?
it's called RPA, Sensor Robotic Process Automation. It's honestly, I don't know if it's a field of study. It's basically you use software to build programs that will do tasks automatically for you. Like say for example, you're a store and when your customers come in, they buy stuff, you guys like the store gets a receipt of the purchase, and oftentimes the receipt is not really the most convenient way to store information. So like let's say you want to transfer everything to like an Excel document or something like that. So instead of having a person like look through all the receipts and write down the name, like the phone number, credit card number, that kind of stuff, you would have like a machine that would scan the receipts and convert it to PDF, and then that's where RPA comes in and does it all for you. So technically, no, my major is not for this, and they're accepting computer science majors. But how do I convince them that I'm the best? I don't know. I mean, I learned about this position 2 days ago, and since then I've been trying to study it. So I guess I would try and convince them, like, despite the fact that I don't really know much about it and they didn't specify in the requirements that I have to actually know the software, I've been trying to learn it.
Maybe you can also talk about how the fact that your background is something that the job might not need, but because you have that background, it makes you unique and it makes you more like adept to adapting real quickly.
That's true. I mean, I can talk about previous work experience, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at school. I worked at my parents' place. I started this random restaurant job. I can talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, this question is hard for me because I have a hard time selling myself. So, yeah.
Yes,
these questions are always hard. You don't want to sound like
and you can be a jerk to other applicants too. So I don't know what a correct response to that would be.
I wonder.
Probably just like Sai said, just giving a lot of examples of I guess how you're dedicated and how you've started doing some research on what it entails exactly.
Yeah. I guess you just feel that you're very interested, hardworking.
How your background shows like how you can fit in with like what you've studied and bring that point of view.
Yeah. Hopefully they can see that I will contribute something valuable, and if I can, then that would be perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like you're a unique person, and so I think that's what that question is trying to get at, right? The questions that are similar in a sense too, like tell me about yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think tell me about yourself is slightly more like there's more of a template for that. You just say, hi, I'm a UCLA student, rising senior, studying computer science.
Yeah.
And this is what I've done in the past.
Yeah, that's my go-to as well.
Yeah, same. I'm like, oh, hello, I used to be so I'm a fourth year computer science major studying at UCLA, blah, 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 blah. Something like that. I think another hard question is like one of those like, oh, what is your biggest weakness one?
Oh, yeah.
I like that question.
What I do is, so here's a life pro tip. I'm not sure if our listeners and viewers employ this or have heard of this. So if you guys find this neat, more power to you. But I keep a list of all the questions that I get. So I type up the question as soon as I'm done with the interview. I type my answer, or what I remember, because I'm very likely to add stuff impromptu, right? So I'll make a note of the things I said, and then I'll work on, I guess, developed answers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that way, before an interview, I'll just look over the questions, look at my typed up response, I guess optimal. I wouldn't say ideal or best, right? Because you have to take into consideration time and you can't ramble. And then I'll just look at my old experiences from old interviews and say, okay, well, did this thing I added last minute work, or did this not work? So stuff like that.
Yeah. This is good ideas.
Yeah.
Jorge, do you have any? Yeah.
Or yeah. I was just gonna say, well, so is your interview is it going to be more technical? Do you know? Or?
I honestly don't know, but just judging from the way he was, well, he actually called me during work, but I wasn't able to pick up because I was at work. So I texted him back since I finished work at 10 p.m. I said oh, thank you for calling me. Sorry for missing your call, but I'm interested and I would like to set up an interview. And I was expecting to be able to call him the next day. He actually texted me back. So I was like, okay. So we set up the interview via text. And it seemed like it was going to be a very short interview now that I think about it. I was worried that he was going to ask me technical questions, but it seemed like maybe he's just doing the screening interview just from the way he was, talking. He did kind of suggested that it was going to be a fast interview rather than a longer interview. But I don't know, just in case, I want to be as prepared as possible.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah, we don't want to stress you out as well. So
no, this is good. It's good to. I think it's good to think about possible questions you'll be asked. I guess we can talk about interview tips.
Yeah.
To think of possible questions, or maybe possible questions from past experiences, like Sai said.
So let's lighten up the conversation. I'll ask you a question this time, Daniel. Yeah. It'll be personality, but it'll be more chill than Jorge's question. Okay. Jorge,
okay.
You are free to answer this question as well. But if you are stranded on an island, what 3 items would you bring? And these items cannot be for survival.
Oh. So I guess I would have to ask, am I gonna die on the island? I'm not bringing any tools for survival, so am I just here to entertain myself until I die? Is that how it is? Or
yeah, I guess you can interpret it like that.
Interesting. What 3 items would I keep if I enjoy my last? Huh.
Wait, I don't see how this is this just like a get to know you question?
Yeah.
What are your interests?
Yeah. Because part of it, like you said, is getting to know your interests, but also your responses do inherently reveal the way you think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you guys can't think of anything, I can give you my answer.
Well, I think I just pegged myself as a depressing person. Talked about I assumed that I was gonna die on the island.
So I can only really think of things that are related to hobbies I like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I think that's what they are looking for. You said YouTube?
Oh.
No, I suggested Rubik's Cube for Jorge.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Rubik's Cube. Yeah, maybe. I guess I would also maybe bring a computer, but have to be stacked with offline activities to do there.
Oh, yes.
Probably no reception.
Yeah, Jorge and we'll play solitaire on our computers.
Yeah. I'll bring some running shoes maybe.
Oh, okay. Just run around the island.
Yeah.
Randy would bring a Texas Hold'em set and a few Coronas.
Wait, but who's he gonna play Texas Hold'em with? Are we all stranded together?
Imaginary friends.
Imagination.
I'll bring some like climbing shoes. I will climb some rocks. That sounds fun. What else should I bring?
Yeah, my answer was a Sudoku book for brain teasers and keep my mind sharp.
Okay. Not bad.
I'd bring a piano/keyboard to learn something new that I have always wanted to.
Oh, an instrument is a good idea, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
And my third one is my dog for a companion.
Dang it, condemning your dog to die with you.
Whoa. More like thriving together.
Okay, I like your answers. That makes sense. I guess I wouldn't bring my violin because it would get out of tune really easily in the sun.
Well, yeah, see, it's not practical to bring a keyboard/piano either, but...
Wait, where yeah, if you bring a keyboard, do you have electricity?
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to power it on.
Like, I think they're just trying to, like, with the idea, or I guess the explanation too, like, oh, I want to bring a piano because of this. Oh, I want to bring a Rubik's Cube or a book of Sudoku puzzles because of this. It reveals that you're trying to still engage yourself, if that makes sense.
I want to bring a phone so I can call 911.
I think Jorge and I are more like the practical people. I think my comments so far have revealed that. What does it reveal about me? Does that mean I'm not creative? Does that mean I think too technically?
And mine weren't creative at all. It's just things I would enjoy doing when I'm bored.
See, but that's the thing. Like, I enjoy Sudoku puzzles, but I guess the way I reason is not solely because of entertainment or enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm adding that extra detail. So it's just how you fluff it up.
That's true. Well, I can only think of 2 items right now. Okay, I guess I have 3 then. I guess I'll bring shoes so I can walk around because that's fun. Hiking is fun. Climbing stuff is fun. I guess I'll bring pencil and paper so I can sketch.
So that's art. 3 things already.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to draw on some rocks or something. I'll bring a pen or something. Has to be a pen. I will use a slate of rock as my paper.
Wait, what was it? Oh yeah, thing.
Sure. We'll bring an instrument. I don't know what instrument yet. Maybe a flute or something.
You should bring a genie lamp. That way, you rub the lamp, you get a genie, you get 3 more wishes.
Infinite generation.
Exactly. Capitalism.
Then you can just wish you weren't on the island, right?
Yeah, exactly. See, that's a really good way to get out of it.
Maybe you want to be on the island.
I mean, I feel like that's just a creative way to just do the phone thing all over again.
Yeah.
Oh, then I would have picked that as well. Yes. Just wish for a different scenario instead.
Like, it's all fun and games until you go to interviewer and then you ask for a genie lamp. Or you tell them you believe in genie lamps.
Does that give you points or take away points?
Exactly. We won't know. So I say you take one for the team, Daniel.
Yeah,
all right.
I just liked the movie Aladdin that much.
Well, if any of you listeners are hiring people or like adults a part of HR, will you please enlighten us in the comments about whether or not you would hire someone that would just ask for a genie lamp? Would you give them points for creativity, or would you take away points for, I don't know, breaking the system?
Speaking of creativity, there's this I had this one interview. It was super chill, right? They were just trying to get to know me, but this is when my creativity wasn't fully developed, and I guess my ability to properly convey my answers wasn't as developed either, right? Because I didn't have as much talking experience.
Yeah.
So the question was, who is your favorite Disney princess? Okay. And so my first go-to answer was going to be Mulan. Okay. So I was going to say Mulan. And then before I was going to say it, I started questioning myself. I'm like, wait, is Mulan really a Disney princess? And so I was unsure. Okay. And then I could feel the time ticking. And so I was so thank God this didn't happen. But I was about to say Sleeping Beauty, for example. And then I was starting my sentence, And as I was prefacing Sleeping Beauty, I was like, wait, what? Sleeping Beauty is like the most superficial. Like there's no character depth to it.
What do you mean? I like to sleep.
Oh. Sleep.
It's poison though.
Oh wait, yeah.
Sleep is sleep.
I don't remember the stories.
So
Oh.
thank God I did not say that. But that's when my creativity like completely like, snapped. Like it just left me.
Oh, yeah, there have been times where people ask me behavioral questions, and I just kind of pause because I don't really register what they're saying,
Mhm.
and then I panic. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta think of something. Behavioral questions are very interesting. That's
Yeah.
all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, I think at least in the engineering realm, that's less common. You see
Mhm.
more technical questions,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
I guess the only more open-ended questions are related to group work, from what I remember in my previous interviews.
Fair enough.
So yeah, usually we don't have those weird three things or princess questions. I mean,
Well,
I
Yeah.
can't think of
yeah.
those.
Well, I've had one weird engineering-related sort of behavioral question. For those of you who don't exactly know coding, this might not make sense, but the person asked me, what is your favorite data structure and why? So I responded with mine and don't know if I give the right answer. Honestly, can't remember what I said.
Hey, it's not really your favorite then if you just forget it like that.
Well, I wasn't really prepared, so I made up, well, I didn't really make up one. What are they called? Shoot. Okay, well, in any case, we had time because we were waiting for another, there were supposed to be two interviewers, but then the second one was a little bit late. So it was just silent all of a sudden. I was like, oh, shoot. So I just did what I could and asked her, what is your favorite data structure? And then actually we ended up talking for like 10 more minutes. It was kind of
Oh
weird.
yeah,
But in the end,
I
she was
remember.
like, oh yeah. And then in the end, she was like, hey, that was a good question asking me. It was interesting for me to think about it too. So I was like, cool. And then, yeah,
Or
I didn't get the position.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna mention the one funny question I remember. I didn't have it, but someone else had it. They told me about it. It was just name all the data structures you could think of. So it's
How
like
many, how many can I think of? Like less than 10, maybe.
it's interesting because I've never heard of anyone have that question. I don't know if that says much about your abilities, but yeah.
Seems like more pressure.
Yeah.
There's more. Maybe there's more to these questions. Much there's definitely more to this question than meets the eye. Probably analyzing a lot of different things.
hmm
I think, yeah, you guys bring up a good point. Daniel and Jorge deal with the more technical side, and then us life science or even like business people, I assume they need to be able to have like a sense of like being able to respond in impromptu situations, right? In social circumstances,
Yeah.
Oh
right?
yeah, I guess
So,
that describes your that role more
yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so it makes
It's
sense.
more useful for you guys. Not saying that we don't need that, but yeah.
It's
You guys
like,
Mhm.
yeah, you try to observe that in people more. So,
Yeah.
yeah, like it is what it is. I mean, I could name a bunch of like other super weird questions I've received or weird questions I've asked. Like I guess as like board of the club, we were doing an interview cycle once, and we just wanted to have a few questions that would just completely catch you off guard, right? Just to see how well they would respond to it, right?
hmm
And so, even if you're caught off guard, like, do you exhibit that? Like, do you come off as stressed out, or do you like manage your way around it? So I guess that's what the intention of personality type questions are.
Oh,
Like
that
the
makes sense.
yeah, like that stranded question we talked about. Like imagine being asked a series of technical questions and just in the mix you get asked that, right? It throws you off. Like you're in a certain
hmm
like mojo or vibe, and then now you have to switch gears instantly. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, speaking of professional development, I mean, do you guys have any, like, what are your guys' like career aspirations?
Sure. Daniel, do you want to go first?
Um, I honestly don't know. Anything software related is okay to me. I don't plan on getting a master's degree at this point, so that kind of limits my uh CS related jobs. Like I'm not gonna do any research. I'm not
I
gonna
don't think
do
not getting a master's doesn't really limit
really?
CS much. I don't think
Oh,
so.
but even if you want to do like I don't know, machine learning or like AI, cybersecurity, that kind of stuff, really?
Oh,
Oh,
oh, that stuff. Yeah, I
like
mean, I don't know. I was just thinking software engineering,
oh yeah. So definitely
but
something
yeah,
software engineering related is my
you can
plan.
definitely make your way up some big tech company with just a bachelor's
Yeah, you can
in software positions.
start low and go high. That's basically the goal. Get to a private company first, maybe work for a while, and then I don't know, maybe after I work there for I don't know 2 decades, switch to state and work there for like another 2 decades, retire.
And
There might be some gaps in
that's
between. I don't know.
just looking quite into the future.
Yeah, so I don't really know. How about you, Jorge?
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I'm just going with software related positions for the most part right now. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I'm studying. But yeah, I'm not even sure if software engineering specifically is what I'm most interested.
Yeah.
I guess it's just kind of like trying different things right now with my current internship as well as the previous one, and seeing what exactly I like the most about the field.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's it for the most part. I guess I'm also interested in more like math related things, as you'd probably think from my Rubik's Cube interests and that kind of thing. Uh, but yeah, I don't know if there's positions like that would be similarly available to me that if I'd go more down that path. But I guess unlike you or what you said right now, I probably will get a master's sometime in the future. Not sure if right after, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I did think about taking a break from school by working, and then maybe at some point when I discover I need a master's to get this position I want, like a higher
Hmm.
position, then maybe I will get a master's. I don't know if I will take a break from work or maybe online master's. I'm not sure if that's a valid thing, but yeah, that's an
I don't
option.
know about online masters at this point. I'm kind of tired about the whole online school ordeal.
We'll see. But at that point it'll be a few years into my working career,
Yeah,
hopefully.
and hopefully Corona is done by then.
Well, better be. I'll be so sad. How about you, Sai? What kind of aspirations do you have?
Yeah, you guys have pretty interesting takes on how you're going to go about post UCLA or like post bachelor's at least. For me, I guess I wanted to go. I wanted to go to medical school and then specialize. So yeah, like become a doctor. Um, I was leaning more towards surgery, but I
Hmm.
think given the current state, I think like I had a wake up call, and then I decided, um, politics is pretty shit right now, and we need to like clean it up, So that's why I am taking to our podcast as a platform to officially announce me as a 2020 candidate for United States of America president. And
Nice.
if Kanye West can do it, so can I.
I thought this was
Ha
a serious question.
have you figured out your VP?
Maybe I'll conduct interviews. I'll conduct
Oh,
interviews and see who the best fit is for VP.
for
But
sure.
I mean, I'm sure, I'm still a man of science,
Mm.
and I'm sure that um, my cabinet will will be deeply rooted in scientific understanding because that's what politics lacks right now. And without going too like in depth or like trying to um, analyze the current political situation, um, yeah, I just think there's a lot that can be fixed, and by running for president, I think we can fix it.
All right, this is officially Saichandra's first debut as a candidate.
Oh wait, he didn't run in 2016.
No, I didn't. Unfortunately,
Oh, I thought so.
I'm still not older than 35, but I think we can make. I think we can definitely
Dude,
make.
You just gotta pass like a bill in the Congress. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think you can do it.
Yeah, why not?
So he has to change it after he gets elected, but he can't get elected because he's not of age yet.
Yeah.
What a conundrum.
I think it's a minor issue. We can deal with it.
Minor setback. Age is a number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys have any? So, coming back to the idea of Kanye West, so he's running. He's not running as a Democrat or Republican because he announced his campaign too late. So he has to run as a third party, and
Wait, is he still running? I thought he wasn't. I thought they disallowed him.
I mean, it's going to be a really uphill battle for him. Like, obviously, I'm announcing my candidates or my campaign much later than him, but I think I fear better odds. Yeah. But,
I mean, no, I thought it wasn't possible, or like it's probably not possible, like either way. But I thought they already disallowed it. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think because I know he had a campaign recently. He had a campaign very recently in the East Coast. One of the Carolina states, maybe.
Interesting.
But
I haven't been keeping up with this, so.
Yeah, so he's not running as a Democratic Party. He's not running under the Democratic or Republican Party. He's running under the birthday party.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Next episode, maybe there will be some new developments in his candidacy.
As well as mine.
Oh, yes. Stay tuned for more Saichandra updates. He's going to have a speech over Zoom, I guess.
Yeah, this podcast has been making too much money, so I figured I'd blow it off.
Thanks.
I mean, it's going to a good cause.
Yeah.
All right, Saichandra, we will support you as fellow classmates.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Do you guys have any last minute things to add?
I'm cool.
No.
Well, in that case, thank you everyone for listening to another episode of Meet Us in the Lounge minus Randy. Maybe that's what we'll title this episode.
Let us know if you like the podcast without Randy.
Yeah.
Or does it bother you that the 3 screens are not filling up the whole screen like it would with sports?
I mean, I think, it definitely can be a bother, but, it's like trade-offs. Either we have it nicely formatted or we have Randy.
Dang. Questions. Please leave us comments and vote whether or not you would like to keep Randy on the panel. We will let you guys are our stockholders, basically, so you will decide the future of the company.
I like that simile.
Thank you guys all. We will see you next time on the next episode of Meet Us in the Lounge. Bye-bye.
See you guys.